All right, Shalom. All praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honor to our apostles, a great millstone that rule with honor with diligence. And honor to you brothers out there pushing this truth and love and sincerity to wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect and their families. Those that change according to the word, calling on names Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai in time of trouble. And no, may the Lord have mercy on you all in these times. You know, you hopeful elect. You know, and this is just a quick lesson. I was meditating on the word transcend. Earlier during the week. As a matter of fact, I was watching a good movie. What was the name of that movie? The Hurricane with Denzel Washington. You know, about the boxer. You know, and he was talking about transcending. You know, and it stuck with me what he said. He said it's very important to transcend. You know, and it stuck in my mind, so I looked the word up, you know, and it just, you know, put me in the spirit of doing a lesson. Hold on, let me just do not disturb. You know, put me in the spirit of doing this lesson. So, you know, apparatus out through the spirit, this is edifying for the body, you know, and may meditations of our hearts, words of our mouth and meditations of our heart be acceptable in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And we're just going to get right into it. This is the word transcend. It says to rise above or go beyond the limits of, to triumph over the negative or restrictive aspects of, overcome, to be prior to, beyond, and above the universe of material existence, you know. And hey, can you get that scripture? Above all the people on the faces of the earth. You know, the Lord set us above, you know, the people of this world, man. We are the sons of the power, man. You know, we Yasher Allah, man. No, he Prince of God, man. You know, so, you know, the Lord set us up. The Lord made the world for our sakes, you know. But because of our sins, we got in this predicament. But go ahead, brother.
Deuteronomy 7:6, it says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself."
Yeah, so we got to think above this world. We got to think above the things that this world has to offer us. You know, and we gotta transcend to that next level of spiritual level, to where we're looking forward into the things that are going to be in the kingdom, and we got to have that mindset going into the times that we're living in. We got to be more masculine. You know, the world is attacking masculinity, so we got to be even more masculine. You know, the world is trying to make us weak, so we got to be even more strong. You know, the world is trying to make it harder for us, so we got to detach from the things that's being made hard for us, and just accept what comes through the spirit, man. You know. Well, go ahead.
It says, "Above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
It didn't say next to either. It didn't say, you know, hand in hand. It didn't say, you know, red and yellow, black and white, we are precious in his sight. You know. You know, it says above all the people that are on the earth. You got that the other definition for transcend
In
the Strong's.
Strong's.
Well, you said Salakia, etymology, Salakia.
Okay. Yeah. This is transcend. It says transcend, surpass, climb over or beyond, surmount, overstepped, outdo, excel.
Outdo or excel. You know, we got to go above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? The call of duty, man. You know, we got to outdo. We got to be scripturally sharp, man. We got to be on fire for the truth, you know. Go ahead.
These some synonyms. Superiority, supremacy, predominance, preeminence, incomparability,
Yep.
greatness, magnificence, importance.
Yeah, and we are uncomparable to this world because we don't thrive off the sins and wickedness of this world, man. We hate this world. we are opposite of this world, man. We want the kingdom of heaven to come in. You know, so that's a big part of transcending, coming out of the ways of this world. You know, this is Philippians chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, "Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before." You know, another thing the scriptures say, let not your sins weigh you down. You know, you can't keep dwelling on the things. Hey, time is moving forward, so we got to realize that we still have an objective, even if we slip and fall, if we fuck up. You know, we do some, some bullshit. You know, but we still have, time to fix it as long as the Lord is putting the Spirit on us to do this work. We still have time to, better ourselves as long as the Spirit is still on us to do this work. You know, so we got to utilize our time wisely. You know, you had something to say, or you
Yeah,
good?
yeah, yeah. Because in the first definition you read, one of the words was overcome, and we're dealing with transcend. So this is Revelation 2:7. It says, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of the Most High."
Yeah, and what are we overcoming? We right now heavy mental battles, even the stresses of this life, we have to overcome them because we're not going to be forever in this life. You know, so you got to just take things as they come, pray and keep moving, man. You know, this is verse 14. It says, "I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Hamashiach Yahweh Shai." So we got to press towards a higher mark. Always be setting our mark higher, you know, so we can exceed our expectations, or we can exceed the restrictions that we put on ourselves. That we can over exceed them, you know, because we don't know our full potential, you know, unless we're challenging our full potential, and then we'll find out that what we thought was our potential is a lot greater than what we than what we limited ourselves to, you know. But so it's always about transcending, going to the higher level, you know, spiritually, mentally, prayerfully, you know, going to the higher level, you know. You had something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Second
go ahead.
Ezra 14:13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Yeah, let go from immortal thoughts. Go ahead.
Cast away the burdens of man.
The burdens of man, the troubles of this world, the flesh. Go ahead.
Put off now the weak nature.
Yeah, man, you got to be strong, man, to survive these times. You can't have a weak nature and survive what's coming. You won't make it. You know, so put off the weak nature, man. You know, that's the world. That's the spirit that the Lord is going to put the world in. Even the other nations that come against America said, "Let the weak say, I am strong." You know, so while everybody else is putting off the weak nature, we supposed to be putting it off too. You know, we supposed to be putting off that weak nature too, man, and really manifesting our beliefs, our belief in the Lord, man. Really, perfecting our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So when the time comes, we don't falter, you know. So everything is about getting to the next level, you know. No matter what comes, you know, just take it with a grain of salt, you know. Pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and keep it moving. Go ahead.
It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
You gotta set aside the thoughts that's most heavy unto you, because you know. So set aside the thoughts that's most heavy unto you, because you know the Lord got you in a situation for a reason. Don't let the situation take you out. You know what I'm saying? The Lord puts you in every situation for a reason. Now, if the scriptures say the Lord ain't gonna put more on you than you can bear, that means that you're able to take everything that's coming to you. You know, so you just gotta walk out on faith and deal with it. Learn to be more spiritual and trusting in the Lord in these times, man. Because that's gonna be a big weapon that we're gonna use in these times. Trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Go ahead.
And haste thee to flee from these times.
Yeah, hasty to flee from these times, man. Because these times are evil. Go. Is there some more to that?
Yep, one more verse. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Greater evils which you have seen happen gonna be done hereafter, meaning in the near future. Greater evils that you've seen up until now are gonna be done in the near future. Things are gonna get worse progressively and worse as time goes by. So we gotta we gotta remember to keep the faith and be strong, man. At least we faint in our minds. We gotta be strong, considering what the men that walked before us and the men of old endured, and in their lifetimes, we're gonna endure. It ain't gonna always be like this. We about to endure some shit, man. So we got our faith has to be built up, man. We can't go flipping out every time some shit don't go our way. Our faith has to be built up and rooted up in us, man, so that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua can really show us his power. Go ahead.
That was it to that one.
Turn. This is Hebrews 12:1. It says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us." We go off. You go off. You do wrong. You don't feel like you should be in the truth because you're still fucking up. But as long as you get this in your mind to keep fighting, man. Don't let that take you out to the point where. Don't let that take you out to the point where you give up hope in the truth. But you gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep enduring. Keep pushing forward. Because it's always about transcending, going to the next level. And no matter how hard these mental battles get, and these physical battles, and these earthly battles, you always got to keep believing and pushing forward. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. We got to run with patience, because, we know that it's only for a little while that the kingdom gonna come. Scriptures say, look up, for now is our salvation even nearer than when you believe. So we know that salvation is right around the corner, and we know that this ain't gonna last forever. So that's the beauty of being in the faith. You got something, or you good?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's 1 Peter 1:13. It says, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach."
Go ahead,
right, because gird up basically means prepare for battle. So you gotta mentally prepare your mind for for the things to come. Because going into the word transcend, one of those words brought out was to overcome. So you constantly battling, the Sirach the second chapter says. Matter of fact, I'll grab that real quick. Sirach 2, it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure.
Whoosh.
And make not haste in time of trouble."
They set thy heart aright. That means that you got to prepare your mind for the things to come. Set your heart aright. If this happens, what would I do? If that happens, what would I do? put the answers there because we're gonna face some shit, man. And we know a lot of it that's written in the scriptures, but some we don't know. You know? But we know that we're gonna face, betrayal, whether it be in the camp or either outside the camp, your family members, your woman, a close friend that you might have grew up with. We're gonna face being hated for the truth's sake. We're gonna face persecution. You know, they might even strap you to a guillotine. Hey, you still gonna have to keep the faith, man, to the end. A while back I had a dream. Years ago, I had a dream that it wasn't even me. It was one of the brothers was strapped to a guillotine, and when the guillotine came, right before the guillotine hit his neck, he got spiritual powers, and the guillotine broke, and he broke the guillotine off and started killing those Edomites in there, man. So hey, even to the last second, man, we gotta believe wholeheartedly in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. But is any more?
Yes.
Go ahead.
It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That's perfect. Thou may increase at thy last. In that dream, he was increased at his last end. The brother that was in the dream, he was increased at his last end. Go ahead.
It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Yeah, whatsoever is brought upon you, take cheerfully, because if the Lord ain't correcting you, then you fucked, bro. That's if the Lord is correcting you, that's a sign that He still cares about you, man. But if the Lord ain't correcting you, if ain't nobody on your ass, if you just doing all right, you good. I'm not saying that brothers go and look for trouble if you're doing okay, because everything happens to every brother in seasons. Some brothers may be doing good and some brothers may be doing bad. Then it may reverse, But if it's the fear of the Lord is still in you to not go against Him, man, and you're doing your best, man. The Spirit is on you to continue in His work, man. That's a blessing, man. But I get scared, man, when everything seems to be going good. That's when I start getting scared. Like, I guess that happened to in the war. They got a thing called they call it this the quiet before the storm. Or they say the what is it? The air the I forgot. Something about how when it's quiet, that's when war really breaks out. And even the scriptures say, and I should say, peace and sudden safety, sudden death,
Sudden destruction.
destruction, sudden death. But you got some more. You still?
I'll read this last verse. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yep, and you know what? When you look back over your years in this faith, you notice your adversity has become even greater and greater. Why? Because you're on a higher level now, so you're facing bigger situations because you're being constantly pushed forward. And it's truth. This truth is about forward, process. It's about going forward. Even if Satan do fucking, try to stop you or fight you, you got to always be pushing to go forward, And Yahweh Shem Yahushua will see your efforts. He will bless you, man. He will, gird your spirit up, man. Did you have anything to say?
Mm-mm.
Hey, with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Makakudash, the honest to our apostles, a great millstone, a rule of honor and diligence. And honesty, brothers out there pushing this word. Shalom.
Shalom.